CCM presidential candidate Dr. John Magufuli collects his nomination form at the National Electoral Commission's headquarters. President Dr. Mohamed Shein of Zanzibar opens the Nane Nane fair for the first time in Pemba. And in sport, boxer Khalid Mwanje gets ready for his bout against Isa Nampepeche on the 14th of August this year. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's start things off with the national news. The national chairman of Chama cha Mapinduzi Party, CCM, and president of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. John Magufuli, has collected his presidential nomination form at the National Electoral Commission's headquarters in Dodoma. Speaking after collecting his form while addressing members and supporters of CCM at the State House, at the White House, the party's headquarters, President Magufuli outlined achievements made by his government and pledged that CCM will conduct campaigns in line with procedures.
Ndio maana nimeguswa ndugu zangu kwa heshima kubwa kwamba nimefanya kazi kwa miaka 5 kwa kushirikiana na ninyi.
This is why I have been greatly touched with a lot of respect. I've worked for 5 years working with you, so in the next 5 years let me continue to work and fulfill Chama cha Mapinduzi manifesto because there is so much to do. Let me assure my fellow CCM party members and citizens present here what is in the election manifesto. It is more than what we accomplished in the last 5 years.
Kwa niaba ya wanawake wa Tanzania,
on behalf of Tanzanian women, I would like to express a lot of gratitude to Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM party because CCM party is women and women is CCM party. So on behalf of women, I would like to take this opportunity to commend our chairman of CCM party to the respect you have bestowed to women of Tanzania.
Wa Chama cha Mapinduzi, kwa heshima kubwa uliotupa wanawake wa Tanzania.
And ACT Wazalendo Party has said that they have received the permit from the police force, allowing them to conduct a procession to welcome their presidential candidates for the United Republic of Tanzania and for Zanzibar when they arrive in the Isles on Sunday to be introduced to members and supporters of the party.
Siku ya Jumapili ya tarehe 9.
The 9th, candidates together with the party leader Nduguzito Zuberi Kabwe, we shall receive them in Zanzibar, in Unguja, and later on they will be introduced in Pemba Island.
Hatuna pingamizi nalo, msisitizo wetu.
As a political party, all procedures will be followed from reception and when using roads you have listed, so we can fulfill our responsibility peacefully. So this is a letter of acceptance.
Tekeleza wajibu wetu kwa njia ya amani. Kwa hii ni barua ambayo rasmi.
The president of Zanzibar and chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Mohamed Shein, has opened the farmers' fair known as Nane Nane for the first time in Pemba, whereby more than 180 agricultural institutions from Zanzibar and mainland Tanzania are taking part. By having to exhibit mainland Tanzania are taking part.
Platform to advertise, but also to learn on modern agriculture. This stand work done by various institutions, but it is also a platform to advertise, increase productivity, but also to move towards commercial farming so as to impact our people's income. This year's motto is to promote peace and unity for the development of the agricultural sector in the country.
Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority TAWA's Western Zone has captured 20 poachers who include 10 nationals from Burundi who entered Moyowosi Game Reserve in Kigoma region with firearms and killed wild animals. TAWA says they are implementing an operation in all forest reserve areas and national parks in order to control illegal hunting.
Tuliweza kuwakamata majangili wapatao 20.
We were able to arrest 20 poachers and 10 are immigrants from Burundi. They will be taken to the relevant authorities.
Waweza kuomba serikali ya kuweka nguvu zote.
I urge the government to use every effort to stop poachers from coming in.
Lakini tumeimarisha jeshi usu.
They have received military training and the law has been passed to enable them to have powers and ability to deal with poachers.
Tayari tumeshapitisha sheria ni wawe na nguvu na mamlaka na uwezo wa kusimamia na kudhibiti.
More than 1,000 residents from Langoni B village, Mnazi Ward, LUSHOTO district, Tanga region, have opposed the district council's decision to take over land that had its ownership certificate revoked by President Dr. John Magufuli after the residents requested the land be allocated to them as the previous owner, an investor from Kenya, had failed to develop it.
Pamoja na rais wangu Magufuli, niko chini ya miguu yako kwa niaba ya wanawake wenzangu na watoto wetu na vijana wetu. Baba tunaomba tusaidie, tunachoka kuonewa.
The chairman of the Defense and Security Committee in Biharamulo District, Kagera region, Colonel Matthias Kahabi, has toured Biharamulo and Nyantakara forests a few days after fire was started in Biharamulo forest, where he said stern action will be taken against those found to be involved in starting forest fires in order to prevent environment destruction.
Wakorofi wanaotuharibia misitu yetu naondoka na majina yao. Tunaelewana?
Those who are destroying our forests, I shall be living with their names. So today we are going to vote. I'm going with their names. This problem ends this year. A lot of damage has been done for many years. All forests are our country's resources. They are here for our benefit. And you can see beside this mountain, there is a river which is a source of water. It comes from the forest. And if we keep destroying the forest, then we will ruin natural vegetation. Tourists come from different places to visit our forest, but we get water sources with abundant supply.
Some residents in Nyasa district, Ruvuma region, have urged the government to ensure the contractor from Chico Company building the Mbinga-Mbambai 66-kilometer road is completed without delay so that people can transport their goods and be able to earn incomes. They expressed their concerns when the Minister of Works, Transport and Communication, Engineer Isaac Kamwelwe, inspected construction progress of the road.
Tunaomba wafanye kwa wakati kwa sababu kama hivyo tena barabara ya lami kuna makaa ya mawe kuna nini vitu vingi vinatakiwa vitokee huku.
We ask that it be done on time because on the tarmac road there is coal and many things need to come from here. We experience difficulty and once this road is opened, development will be significant. We thank President Magufuli for the big things he is doing. We are grateful for the visit and for him placing emphasis on the road completion. All that we have been expecting, we have seen. According to the contract, and it has not been changed, nor has the contractor asked for an extension. We expect this road to be at tarmac level by December. If you remember, when the president came to lay the foundation stone, he said he is placing it in Binga, but will open it here in Nyasa.
Nyasa, huko Mbamba Bay. Hamwezi mkazaliwa mpaka Mwenyezi Mungu akawarudisha bado mna vumbi tu, hapana. Sasa ni lami.
The Minister of Natural Resources and Tourism, Dr. Hameski Gwangala, said that the government will continue to cooperate with stakeholders from the tourism sector so as to ensure the sector continues to contribute significantly to the country's economic growth. He made the statement in Arusha when presenting awards to recognize role played by tourism stakeholders in provision of services in national parks.
Serikali ya awamu ya 5 inaendelea kuboresha miundombinu ya utalii ya barabara.
The fifth phase government is continuing to improve the infrastructure in tourism, including roads, airports and air travel, railway and even by sea, so as to make it easy for tourists to reach attractions comfortably and with ease. This is a progressive plan from TANGA to be near tourism stakeholders so as to build togetherness in order to further develop tourism in our national parks. I'm so delighted today for receiving this award. It will help us in marketing when we go to promote tourism in Tanzania.
And that is all for the national news. International news is next. The Senate Ad Hoc Committee on COVID-19 has asked Auditor General Nancy Gathungu to conduct a special audit on how all the 47 county governments have spent funds allocated to combating the coronavirus pandemic. The audit, expected to be conducted within the next month, is supposed to cover the period from March 13, 2020, when the first COVID-19 case in Kenya was recorded.
Today, we have 538 people who have tested positive. Today, 6,195 samples over the past 24 hours. This brings our caseload of COVID positive persons to 24,411. And our cumulative tests that we have conducted so far to 335,318. From these cases, 538 cases, 516 are Kenyans and 22 are foreigners. 333 are males, 205 are female. The oldest is 85, the youngest is a 2-year-old baby. Nairobi continues to lead in the distribution of cases by counties, recording with 72. Others are Kajiado with 55, Nakuru 25. I am delighted to inform you that at the same time, 514 patients have been released after recovery from the disease. 431 of these recoveries are from the home-based care program, and 83 have been discharged from various hospitals, bringing the total number of recoveries to 10,444.
And despite measures being taken to fight the coronavirus pandemic in Rwanda, some citizens in rural parts of the country are not adhering to health guidelines, which include wearing of face masks. Residents in rural parts of Rwanda claim that many of them do not have face masks. And Member of Parliament Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known by his musician name as Bobby Wine, has dismissed the recent opinion poll by research organization World International, which showed that President Yoweri Museveni is the most influential politician and most likely to win the general election to be held early next year in Uganda.
Every time we draw close to an election, he sponsors fake companies to make fake opinion polls. I disagree with that fake opinion poll. We know that we can beat Museveni with over 80 fake opinion polls. I disagree with that fake opinion poll. We know that we can beat Museveni with over 85% of the vote. People are joining us because what we stand for is a moral cause. We are that God is on our side, and that is why all people are joining us, because we are on the side of the truth.
That's all for the international news. We'll be back with business news after this short break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to
customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Thank you for staying with us, and now in business news. Taxpayers in Arusha have urged Tanzania Revenue Authority TRA to speed up on improvements being made to online tax-paying systems in order to avoid problems which have affected their businesses, including corruption.
Taxpayers au client ameleta information in the last minute.
Taxpayers or clients bring information in the last minute and you need to meet the deadline. So you find it is a day where you are rushing around. The office closes at 5 p.m., after which you are not allowed to enter. So automatically you find yourself with a late filing penalty. So I think this will lead to no penalties, as it is something you can do at any time. It saves time, and even if the information comes late, you know you can do it online, finish and file. So I thank the authority for enabling this. We have been doing this for a long time through hard methods, because a taxpayer is forced to come to the office and we do not work 24 hours, especially in relation to internal taxes.
And the government has said that Tanzanians will only benefit from the cashew nut crop by ensuring the processing quality is improved from the current 10% to 60%.
Mpaka sasa korosho zinabanguliwa hapa
less than 10%, while in 2009 we had reached 40% processing, but today we have dropped. It is now a good opportunity to decide to process our cashew nuts before exporting them out of the country so as to widen the cashew market. We have conducted research on the entire value chain, from planting cashew nuts to consumption. Cashew nut crops have many benefits. In consumption value, the crop has many minerals such as phosphorus, zinc, copper, magnesium, potassium, sodium, oil, and protein. Our research could not have been disseminated and shared without a diligent government that values what we do. And shared without a diligent government that values what we do. As the Cashew Nut Board, we recognize and value TARI's contribution in the cashew nut sector. The only challenge we face is we need to commercialize these goods so that they can be sold at a high value and quality.
And avocado farmers in Igowole Ward, Mufindi District, Iringa region have urged the government to put in place market strategies as buyers from neighboring countries are buying avocados from them before exporting them as their products and not products from Tanzania.
Kama serikali tutoe wito kwamba zao hili la parachichi.
As the government, we call for the avocado crop be prioritized, especially in transportation systems. There are many companies with the ability to buy, but you find that they pass through Kenya, and when they are exported, they look like they come from Kenya. But if we can improve air and marine transport systems, then many countries could package and export from right here in the country. Initially, we who planted the crop early on were selling them at retail, but now there are companies that have come that are buying wholesale, and with the money we get, we can at least do more things.
Hatutegemei tu kazi ambazo zipo. Unapata leo hela imeisha, lakini unapokuwa na miti yako ya parachichi.
We do not only depend on the jobs that are there where you get money today and it is finished, but when you have some acres of avocado trees, then you're assured of long-term income. There are opportunities in avocado farming.
Hata kama hana muda, hana elimu ya kilimo au anahofia labda nitawekeza lakini nitapata hasara.
That's where we leave off with business news. Sports is up next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Position, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lynn.
And now in sports. Tanzania boxer Khalid Mwanje has continued with the training prior to his bout against Isa Nampepeche on the 14th of August this year. And the National Athletics Association has announced the dates for the national championships and the election process.
This year on the 5th and 6th of December at Mkapa Stadium in Dar es Salaam, we will have the national championships. The competition will involve all Tanzania mainland and Zanzibar regions. So we urge the regions to confirm and prepare their teams.
Tunahimiza mikoa iendelee kuthibitisha na kuandaa timu zao.
And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer praised Anthony Martial after his win against LASK, while revealing that the Manchester United striker promised a goal after begging to come on. And then Alexis Sanchez is signed for Inter on a 3-year deal after Manchester United agreed to tear up his contract.
The Chilean joined United from Arsenal in January 2018, but struggled to make an impact at Old Trafford, scoring just 5 goals in 45 appearances. He headed out on loan to Serie A side Inter last summer, with his resurgence from after the resumption of football amid the coronavirus pandemic, leading him to becoming a key part of Antonio Conte's plans. United will not receive a fee for the Chilean, and it is understood the club will have to pay the player a small sum for severing his contract early.
And Nathan Ake has become Manchester City's second signing in just 2 days. The centre-back joining from Bournemouth on a 5-year deal for a fee of around £41 million. Here's the story.
The 5-year-old Dutch international follows Ferran Torres, who joined the club on Monday for £24.5 million, as Pep Guardiola's investment in the squad, who relinquished their Premier League title, continues. The manager will be particularly pleased to have acquired Ake, as the central defense was a problem area for the team throughout last season, with the holding midfielder Fernandinho often preferred to John Stones to partner Aymeric Laporte due to the Englishman's shaky form. When Laporte suffered a serious knee injury in September that ruled him out for half the campaign, this further exposed the lack of depth in Guardiola's defense resources.
That sports item concludes our news bulletin for tonight. Thank you for watching and have a good night.